Alright, welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. As you can see, I'm still in the Undead Asylum, and I've just killed one of the bow hollows, and on his body is an item. And guess what? It's guaranteed to be a short bow. This took me about, 30 to 40 minutes. It's not really worth the time investment, but I also did get a longsword and a hollow soldier waistcloth, which I can show you. The cool thing about the Hollow Soldier waistcloth is it has the highest poise for the lowest amount of weight in the game, or at least one of them. And it's a waistcloth worn by Hollow Soldiers. It's so tattered that it barely serves its purpose anymore. Or whatever, it'll serve my purposes just fine. As for the longsword, as you can see, it has the same damage rating as the scimitar, but it's 1.5 pounds heavier. But it does more damage because it has a C parameter bonus in strength as opposed to the scimitar's E. So it has a little edge on damage. It also has a thrusting attack, and so it's, I don't know, it's more versatile. So I like that. So now, we'll continue with the game. If you decide to play along, you don't bother farming the short bow. Just, I'll show you where to buy it later. It's definitely not really worth your time investment. We were given keys by that knight, whose name I still don't know. Although I've heard him referred to as Oscar, and I've also heard he had a larger role in the game originally, but they cut it. There's this little bird's nest over here. It's kind of giving me the gibblies. So it's way out on this ledge. Huh. Okay. Now, usually a squeaky-voiced bird will talk. I'll come back to that later. It's probably bugged out because I've been in the asylum for so long or something. Yeah. This looks like I'm just going towards the cliff face, but I don't think there's anywhere else I can go. Wonder how old this asylum is. It's definitely seen better days. I don't know why there's grass on this cliff. We're clearly above the no tree line, judging from the mountains around us. Like, God, where are we? The Himalayas? Is this even Earth? Probably not. Also, who buried someone's ass out here on this cliff? This is like solid rock.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage.
I wonder if that bird's actually
to the
large
land
enough.
of the ancient lords. Lordran.
You know, large enough to actually lift a full-sized man in full garb with a sword, and then carry him and fly wherever he's flying. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Clearly the bird and me are both supernatural, so physics don't really apply, but I still wonder, is it big enough? I mean, it's pretty damn big. Okay, so apparently the game says we are allowed to level up now. Let's have a look around first, though. Message up there. I'll read that in a second. Oh, forgive me. I've been up all night. I had an appointment with my girlfriend. She just, well, you get the idea. I don't need to say anymore. Gesture, huh? Oh yeah, you can emote, but it's only really something you do online. NPCs in this soul scans don't interact to it.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Firelink. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible. Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
What good's money gonna do me?
Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Yeah.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods. Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
He basically told me that you gotta use them the correct way, dumbass. And you have to level up your faith stat. Okay, he's got Great Heal Excerpt, Great Miracle, Advanced Clerics, restores high HP, but you only get one use. Needs 14 faith to use it. Costs 10,000? No thanks. Homeward costs 8,000. Another Great Miracle by Advanced Clerics. Return to Bonfire rested at. But normally linked to one's homeland. Only the Curse of the Undead has distorted its power, redirecting casters to a bonfire. Or perhaps for undead, this serves as home. Force. Common Miracle amongst Cleric Knights. Creates a shockwave. Inflicts no damage but propels foes backwards and defends against arrows. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Heal. We'll seek guidance. That's not worthwhile. It brings up messages that other people leave if you're online. I won't be online for this Let's Play unless I want to show off like co-op or something, because, well, I don't know. It's already going to be a pain recording stuff, and getting invaded and twinked is never enjoyable. So, I'm just going to buy a heal. It does what you think it does.
My companions are Milady and her young knights.
Milady,
she
huh?
is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm. An undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you. But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith.
Sure, why not?
Very well. I can surely tell you, of all people, undead clerics are given a mission to seek kindling. Kindling is the art of feeding bonfires with humanity. Through kindling, we shall one day be granted magnificent powers.
Very well.
Come again. The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your faith.
I don't like that guy. He's got a bowl cut. Ooh. Well, there's a talisman that we need to cast miracles, so that'll be useful. Cracked red eye orb. That lets you invade if you're online, which, like I said, I won't be. Homeward bone. Those do the same thing as the homeward miracle. And a Lloyd's talisman. That can be used to stop anything from healing with an Estus flask. It's not bad to have, but it's not really super useful, so... These skeletons are actually pretty rough. Their strikes cause bleed, despite the fact that they're using scimitars, which don't have bleed, but... well, if you know what to look for, they're not too rough, and if you've got a mace, well, you can take on even the largest ones. The R2 attack will knock any skeleton down. It's pretty OP. My first time playing this game, oh dear. Less talking, more killing giant skeletons. I'll just distance here. Just a little drinky drink. If I'm a master of anything, it is of the chug. Okay. Boom diada, boom diada, boom diada, boom diada. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh. Oh boy. Might have bitten off more than I can chew. I think I'll be okay. Or not. Oh dear. Not my finest moment. Well, that's what I get for not being cautious. I don't know how much I'm going to die in this Let's Play. Probably more than I expect. If you want to not die in Dark Souls, you either have to play it so much that you just, you know, you've seen everything thousands of times, or, you know, just, well, don't take unnecessary risks. And really, me going into this graveyard, it's an unnecessary risk. I don't need to be doing this. But I'm going to, because I'd like to show you what's in this graveyard. Uh-oh. Plus, I intend to interact with a certain NPC early, and well, I mean, I could run past everything and save and quit. That would allow me to bypass these skeletons. But, you know, that's... maybe if I actively had a bunch of viewers and I know that they've seen me do this, you know, a couple dozen times, I'd do that. But I don't, so I won't. It just ain't me. See, they're not so bad when you can isolate them. Like, one or two at a time, no problem. You can keep them basically stun locked in the ground. But multiple ones, you really gotta have some sort of oomph. Something, you know. Oh, my dog's at the door. Oh. Oh, hold on a second. I gotta let my dog in. He used to just push open my door, but he gets so antsy in the mornings. He wants to go on his walk, and, well, my pops walks him, but sometimes I do it. He likes to visit his people. He's a little dachshund. Black and tan. Real cute little guy. But, oh boy. I don't have any bombs. I have aired. Oh dear, he jumped. Gotta be careful with these skeletons. They have that bleed, and as you've already seen, I mean, they're pretty deadly. Honestly, I should have just saved this episode for later. If I go overtime and my preset limit stops recording in the middle of a combat, I'll try to just back off and start the next episode, you know, where I left off at. I think I'm getting pretty close. I've been recording for about 16 minutes, but I'm not entirely sure, so. Oh boy. Let's knock that big guy down. Oh. Oh, oh. Let's just put some distance. I mean, they're really fast too, by the way. Like, watch this. Like, when their pathing doesn't get stuck, they are bananas. I did much better on this on the recordings I screwed up earlier, but oh well. Oh dear. Is he just gonna swing away all day? Let's see if I can just cheese him. Nah, they wisened up. Sometimes they'll follow you, and they'll be on that narrow ledge. They don't know how to path around the wall, so they'll leap back. But since they're on a cliff edge, they'll, well. Good grief. Yeah. My first time I played this game, I thought this graveyard was the way I needed to go. And because they were kicking my ass so much, I just sat there and I grinded on like the first big one that gives 500 souls. I'd go kill him, I'd run back to the bonfire, go kill him, run back to the bonfire. Eventually I got this Vihander, which you saw me pick up a little earlier. And then I started killing both the big ones. And I leveled up to, I think, level 24. To where I could use this Vihander with a single hand. And, then I wound up asking a friend where the heck I was supposed to go, because, well, I am not good at finding staircases, and like I said in the previous episode, I am a slow learner. So, I asked my friend, where do I go? And I'm like, well, you can go down to the catacombs. but you're probably not ready for that. And I was like, what? They're like, past the graveyard, you could go down the catacombs. I was like, there's nothing that way, though. And they're like, just look for go to the bonfire, look for the tree, you'll see a staircase up. Oh dear. But eventually I found the way I was supposed to go. But by then I was so absurdly strong, it was ridiculous. And that was kind of the tone for my first playthrough. I'd find a new place, get stuck for a while. I'll mention more of that when I get further and actually have more to show you than to me failing, instead of me just failing to fight these skeletons. I swear sometimes it feels like the game learns. It's like... But not really. They have a certain AI script, they follow it. It has like a couple of different paths it could go on. And then sometimes what you choose to do is not a good idea. Other times, it works out. So, you know. We'll call him A, we'll call him B. I'm sure for anyone who watches this that hates the skeletons, at least as much as I do, watching them ragdoll around and be slowly beaten to a pulp is... Well, I guess they wouldn't really be a pulp, but beaten into dust and knocked off cliffs and stuff. It's probably fairly cathartic. Ooh. Oh, I love when that happens. They leap into my attack. It's the best. Okay. I believe that's every skeleton in the graveyard. So, 2 deaths. It's a shame I died. I was gonna try to not die in the Let's Play, but... whatever, it's part of the game. They intend for you to die. There's no need to try to show that I'm perfect or anything. This game's killed me plenty, and anytime it does kill me, I probably deserved it. So, I've been recording for 22 minutes. I'm trying to watch my clock here. It's just I'm having a hard time remembering when I started. So, and hopefully it actually saves the video clip this time. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be irritated. But if it doesn't, I mean, I haven't uploaded anything yet, so should just be able to, you know, do whatever. Okay, let's do some leveling up. Now, in order to use that miracle I bought, I gotta get 12 faith. I'm gonna need 12 intelligence at a minimum. I want 11 strength so I can one-hand the thing, and I'm gonna get some HP just to be a little more survivable. Attune magic, get the heal spell, so that's cool. Grab the talisman. Got these souls, I guess I could go ahead and use them. Oh, I never talked to that fellow. Let's go see what he has to say.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, two bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happened. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Well, actually, I came because I didn't really have a choice. Like, I could have come here, or I could have stayed to rot. That was about it. He knows where both bells are. So, he's been around here a while. I mean, he's probably been to both bells. So, why didn't he ring them? Huh.
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. I don't know. Going hollow could solve quite a bit. What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I'd never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all. What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it.
Sad thing is even if you kill him, you get 1,000 souls, but he doesn't actually have any humanity on him to give you, so.
What? You want to hear more? Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the undead church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the undead burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the undead burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool. Bloody hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions.
So you're annoyed, huh?
What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone.
Aww. Oh, I've put on too much weight by equipping the talisman. But I can shed a little weight by equipping the longsword. So, hey, look, we're back at being fast. That's one thing you've got to take into account in this game is your equipment load. It's there under the stamina. In order to have the fast roll, you have to have, I think it's less than 1/4 of your total weight. Or your total, like, maximum equip load to be able to move as fast as you possibly can. Anything up to 50%, you'll move reasonably fast, and your roll will be, it'll be like a decent somersault. And then anything over 50%, your roll is very sluggish. It's more of a throwing your body into like a really rugged, like half body somersault, where it looks painful to do. Like, and then if you actually go over your maximum equip load, when you try to roll, your character will attempt to struggle forward, and he will attempt to roll, but he won't roll. He'll just sort of get stuck by the weight that's crushing him down, and yeah, he won't be able to move. So, you know, there's that. Ooh. I think I'm gonna